Hi, my name is Dr. Debbie Porter, and I'm a chiropractor at the office that I own in Marietta, Georgia by the name of Porter Family Chiropractic Center. I'm very excited that you're investigating the allergy elimination machine, which is computerized, and it is a laser. It's called the BAX 3000. The BAX 3000 machine I purchased back in March of 2009, and the reason I purchased it because one of my patients, who's a mom of an 11-month-old child, had severe allergies and eczema. And she asked me if I knew anyone in the chiropractic profession that did a technique called NATE, and the initials of that is the NAET. And it is an allergy elimination technique, and I told her that I would investigate that to see what I could find out. To make a long story short, I was involved in a webinar that dealt with eliminating eczema and allergies through this computerized program. So it intrigued me, and I flew down to Florida so that I could investigate the equipment more thoroughly, and I was involved in a class and impressed with what I've learned, and I decided to purchase the machine. I brought it back to Georgia to my practice, and the first patient that I treated was my office manager's daughter who had severe eczema, and she did terrific. Her skin changed, her life changed. She does not have eczema at this point in time in her life, and this is now 2 years ago. She was also doing allergy shots at the same time prior to starting the BAX machine, and she was going to the allergist about 3 or 4 times a week, and she was doing this for about 2 years, and she still had the allergies. And since she's doing the BAX treatments, she no longer has the allergies to the things that she had, and she's living allergy-free without any shots or any pain. So I think that's really exciting, just like you can too. The second person that I treated was the mom with the 11-month-old son with the bad severe eczema and allergies. And that was quite interesting because you're talking about an 11-month-old child, and the treatment does require some participation from you by holding your breath and doing certain things that obviously an 11-month-old could not do. So we treated the child as a surrogate through the mother by holding the hands interlocked like this with the child, and it was actually the mom who was the conduit, but yet the treatment was going through to the child's body and made terrific changes with this child's skin and life as well. No longer itched all the time. They also had animals. He was allergic to the animals, and now he can be with the animals. He can be on the ground, crawling, doing all the things that little kids do. And they are thrilled that the child is better. The mother also went through the treatments because she was nursing at the time, and she's better with her allergies as well. And the dad is currently getting treated also. And I wanted to tell you a couple other very intriguing and interesting cases that I've seen this terrific machine do. It definitely changes people's lives like it can yours. One of the patients came in with severe sunburn because he had spent the afternoon at a NASCAR race, and he had sunburn basically below his shorts to his knees, and he was just bright red with a lot of pain. So I did the treatment on him for his sunburn, and I also took the light of the laser and went over the areas of the sunburn, and he probably came in on a Monday night about 6:30 in the evening. By noontime on Tuesday, the very next day, he came into my staff and said, "Look what I can do," and he just rubbed his legs kind of very aggressively, and he had no pain from where he had pain just hours before the night before. So that was a huge success treating sunburn. We did have a patient come in with poison ivy, was itching all over. We treated the poison ivy, itching went away by the next day. One of a young girl who was 12 years old, who was not a chiropractic patient of mine, she came in because she heard that I had this machine, and this poor child was allergic to everything. She had to take 2 Benadryls just in order to eat an apple, and she would still have an allergic reaction after the Benadryls and eating the apple. So we went through the entire protocol for her, and after having all the treatments that her body required, she was able to eat an apple with no problems whatsoever. She went picking strawberries with her family, even though she was allergic to strawberries. This is prior to getting the treatments. She had to stand in the strawberry field, not touch them, not eat them, but she still covered her entire body with welts while her family picked the strawberries. After having all the treatments, I was excited to say that she could eat strawberries with no reactions whatsoever. The family moved to Kentucky. I gave them another name of a doctor in Kentucky who had the exact same machine, and I said, if you end up in trouble or needing any other treatments, here's the name that you need to call. I had Nicole, my staff person, who was the first one who was treated on the machine in my office. She then became part of my staff after that. She then called the family to see how Kim was doing a year after the fact. No problems, never called the other doctor, still doing fine. We treated her for animals because their family has horses. She had problems with her cats, nothing as far as a problem any longer. Another patient of mine, she would wear jewelry, and after wearing jewelry, her skin would become black. And after we did the treatment for metals, that no longer happened. The same patient, oddly enough, when she would eat a sandwich that required obviously bread, she would get a rash from her knees down to her feet that would itch. After getting the treatment for grains, she no longer had the rashes. And some of the other things that I have treated for was one of my patients was getting ringing in the ears, and he went to 6 ENT doctors, tried 18 months worth of treatments trying to get better, and after I think we did maybe 3 treatments on him for that specific thing, he no longer had ringing in the ears. So he got terrific results, and he's happy as can be as well. So I'm encouraging you, if you have any issues with living life, not maybe to the fullest of what you would like it to be, because you have either sinus issues, allergy issues to environmental things, to animals, to possible foods, because realize there's 2 types of allergies. Allergies that are instant reactions, meaning that you either get a rash, maybe hives, or anaphylactic shock where your throat closes off. That's an instant thing that you know you've got an issue with those items that create that symptom. But there's also delayed allergies that can take anywhere from an hour to 3 days for your body to react to them. And it will never be with a rash or the throat closing or hives. It's something much more subtle than that. It can be bloating in your gut after eating something. It could be a possible headache. It could be drainage. It could be that you can't sleep well, you get irritated, you have loss of energy. You have no idea. But it's a possibility that this machine can change that for you and for your life also. So I encourage you to try and get into the office so that we can possibly test you if you are testable. Some people are initially testable, some are not, depending upon their condition or your condition. It will test you and treat you for 534 items over a period of time. And it typically requires one time of a specific group of items to be treated, and it can clear out those items. It's not something that you have to do all the time like you do with allergy shots. So it can be totally corrected, and you can be eliminating that allergy out of your body just with one treatment depending upon your condition and your case. So again, that's something that's very individualized. And I'm just trying to think of something else that I wanted to tell you. What you have to also understand what an allergy is. An allergy is a normal substance, whether it be a tree or a grass or trees or bushes or an animal or foods that you're eating or smelling or putting on, lotions or so, putting on lotions that might be affecting your body. Those are normal substances that your particular body is having an abnormal reaction to. That's exactly what an allergy is a normal substance where your body's reacting abnormally. And if you think about it, all the things that people have allergies to, like I just named, are things that God totally created for all of us to enjoy. If they were meant to create allergies, everybody would have allergies to them, and they don't. So it's your personal body that has a sensitivity to it, and what the allergy machine does by using a laser light we're gonna shine it down your spine 4 times around your ears, because those are very particular acupuncture points, and we're going to shine the light on each hand, each elbow, each foot, and back to the hand, again using acupuncture points, because it is a combination in the treatment of acupuncture, a chiropractic technique that used to be done by hand and now is being done by the laser machine, and homeopathy. And that's why this machine is so very powerful and effective in the treatments and the changes for people across the country. I'm very excited to be about one of the 400 or 500 chiropractors across the nation that have the machine. We're getting great, tremendous results with people. Not only myself, but everyone that has the Bax 3000. I invite you to also go on youtube.com and you can search BAX, BAX 3000, and type in either testimonials and or therapy and see for yourself people's taped videos from other doctors across the nation. If you have any questions, we're here to answer any of your questions. I hope you will investigate this further by coming into the office so we can talk one-on-one. And the number at the office is 770-427-1889. I'd be honored to be your BAX treatment office as well as your chiropractor for not only you but for your family. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for stopping.